Hey, everybody. I've got Alex here. He's been one of our clients here at HouseProDigital for, I think it's been around 6 months or so. 6 months ago, we kind of started working on his organic local SEO. And then for the last 3 months, we've been doing his, commercial lead generation, his B2B cold email outreach for his cleaning company. Alex, if you don't mind, would you mind kind of starting by telling the people a little bit more about your business and what your business and marketing was like before working with us?
Yeah, sure. So I operate a cleaning business out of Columbus, Ohio. And basically I started late 2024, more so really started to take it pretty seriously in early 2025. And at first it was pretty slow. I think I initially bought your course to really get introduced to the whole concept and stuff like that. So it really opened my eyes to see how this business could actually work. Because beforehand, I was tinkering with a bunch of business ideas. Nothing really landed. So I'm glad I bought your course because it really showed me the way up until this point. So, I started with just a lot of guerrilla marketing, slamming on apartment complex doors, introducing myself to property managers, hanging door hangers, all that grunt work, just getting out there in the local community and shaking hands and stuff like that. And it did work to a certain point. That's how I got my first few jobs. And honestly, I highly recommend that to anyone starting, right? Just to show your face, shake some hands, just to get the ball rolling. But I think there comes a time when you're okay, my time is best allocated somewhere else, right? You win a few jobs, you're okay, how can I expand this? How can I be smarter with my time? So like I said, starting off, it was pretty much boots on the ground, knocking on doors, introducing myself. And then that's when I kind of turned to you and I was hey man, I probably need to start moving in a different direction to really plant some trees and, start getting some real traffic coming in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I remember that. And anyone who's listening, if you want the course, I hate to do it, Alex. It's free now. Alex paid for it in the past, but if you want it, it's cleaningplaybook.com. It's a 90-page free document on there on how to start a cleaning company. But that's just an aside. Alex, so with that, what made you decide to go all in on working with us versus with another agency or someone else?
Yeah, so I'm assuming most people watching this will, they probably are on Twitter, right? So I naturally just came across your profile and kind of dug through your tweets and all that good stuff. And I don't know, I just felt you're pretty personable. I mean, turns out we're both fraternity brothers, so that was an instant connection there. So I was I'm going to trust this guy. I talked to you over the phone numerous times, so I was yeah, this is a no-brainer. And you were pretty knowledgeable with everything. You gave me the time of day just to ask you questions and stuff. So I just felt it was a natural step.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. 5-5. But yeah, and so then on that note, what would you say about kind of our communication, as well as kind of our transparency, results wise, jobs you've gotten, people you've met, and everything kind of along those lines? Would you mind telling me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, communication's been solid. I mean, your team has been solid too, with just handling everything that I have. If anything comes up, I just shoot over an email or a text message. It gets solved pretty quickly. But yeah, the communication's been great. The results have been even better. I know there's this whole idea of results come quick on Twitter or whatever, but I really started to see some serious results 6 months into this. I know we started back in January or maybe late December. I can't really remember, but I remember when we first talked about SEO, you're give it some time, at least 6 months to really see some results. So that's right around, this past month, heading into this June month, I'm really starting to see the results pile in, especially with the SEO side. A lot of organic traffic coming in. The leads are easier to book. And I think you just gave like proper guidance in terms of like laying the groundwork. You're like, we'll handle everything on the SEO side. Just focus on, your cleaner's doing a great job. Get consistent Google reviews. So I was like, okay, say no more. I'll do those things on my side. You guys handle the SEO side, and things have been dialed in. So if I'm doing this now, 6 months in, I'm excited to see what 6 months from now looks like, and then even beyond.
Yeah. And so that leads me to kind of ask about the results then, so like, how many leads would you say that you get on like a weekly basis from the SEO? Kind of like revenue numbers behind that, like how many cleans are you booking, as well as maybe tapping on kind of the commercial jobs you've been able to pick up. I'm just kind of curious to tap in a little bit more kind of some of the sales you're making, kind of lead flow you're able to get.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the lead flow is pretty consistent. I would have to go back and, count how many I'm getting per week. And I should be doing that as a business owner, but honestly, like it's around 2 a day. And they've been solid leads. Obviously you'll have your bad eggs where people just fill out a form and they don't respond, but majority, they answer right away. We're booking in everything under the sun, from moving cleans to deep cleans. And then we're converting a lot of those deep cleans to routine cleans. So, yeah, I mean, the revenue has just been stacking up, especially, when you get that recurring revenue going. So, and then like you book, I think it just stems from, you do a good job and then they just tell the people they know. And so you're getting more referrals that way. And then next thing you know, you're running that report on Booking Koala, and it's like, oh, this is what you have projected for next month. And you're like, holy shit, man, like the snowball is real.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. That's awesome. Yeah, I love the inbound leads from SEO are great. And so tapping on like the commercial kind of like office cleaning, stuff like that, do you mind telling us a little bit more about some of those jobs you've gotten, and maybe even tapping on a little bit about your sales and marketing strategy behind maybe kind of like your sales process around those too?
Yeah, sure. So I actually really like the commercial side with the cold outreach. I like to have that going on in the background. And it's nice because there's like an automation from the cold email campaigns that says like, this person responded to your campaign or your email. And then next thing you know, like all I have to do is, give them a call, set up an appointment. And this is why, like, I think it's crucial to be in market. So then you just go show up in person, set an appointment, shake some hands, throw on a smile. And then the closing rate is pretty high from doing that. So, I mean, it's been fantastic. I think now I have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 weekly clients from cold email. And so that's been nice for the recurring revenue too. So I'm very happy with that as well.
Yeah, that's huge. Another thing too that I find like from the cold email, at least within the office space for cleaning too, is that if someone is the type of person to respond back and say, yes, I'm not happy with my current cleaning service, they're the type of people who buy office cleaning. You know what I mean? Like they're not someone who are like, yeah, we do it ourselves. Like if someone responds with interest, more than likely they might have a pain point. And so if you can show there, like you said, show up with a smile, set up that appointment, your close rates can be really, really high. So I totally resonate with you on that. Cool, man. So finally, I guess the last question would be, if someone was on the fence, and they're thinking about working with us here at HouseProDigital, what would you have to say to them?
I would say absolutely do it. And you should have done it yesterday, because these things take time. I mean, it's not like a silver bullet, right? It takes time for everything to pan out. But yeah, like I wish I started sooner, if I started up this business a while ago. But yeah, definitely, like if you're looking for transparency, communication through the roof, if you want quality service, and then if you have a little patience from your side, you will get results, hands down.
Awesome. Thank you for taking the time here, Alex. It's nice to speak with you and connect here today again. Anybody else who's watching this, if you own a service-based business and you're looking to get organic inbound leads for residential properties or inbound commercial leads from cold outreach, feel free to click the link below. Be happy to work with you.